Hello everyone. So we are continuing from our previous class where we discussed about the contact ratio, which is length of path of contact divided by the pitch, base pitch, right? What is this length of path of contact by base pitch? So what is base pitch? We have already discussed the same as pitch cos psi. I said that it is similar to like RB is equal to R cos psi, right? Similarly, he said that PB is equal to P cos psi, and that is for remembering purpose. Okay, this is not the actual reason. It is just to remember that PB is equal to P cos psi. We have derived also this part in the previous class. So now we are going with why do we want more contact ratio? What is the reason? What is the reason that we found out this contact ratio? Contact ratio is number of teeth in contact at a given point of time. Okay, it means suppose opinion you have opinion and then we have a gear is bigger, pinion is smaller. I hope you remember, right? So now we have teeth, right? We have teeth and we have center to center distance. This is the center to center distance, and then we have common tangent to the base circles, which is also the common normal to the teeth, right? To the teeth profile, it's even the common normal. And this is the pitch point. So you have pitch circles, right? That is the pitch point. And now we are going to draw teeth. Suppose this is the teeth number 1, right? This is the first pair in contact. And then we have teeth number 2, second pair in contact. Then we have teeth number 3, third pair in contact. After this, what will happen? There is no contact. Fine. Because just imagine that this is the addendum circle of pinion. I will just draw the addendum circle of pinion. Let's say that this is the addendum circle of pinion, right? So here the pinion addendum is leaving, right? The intersection of the addendum circle and the tangent. Over here, this is the last point. This is the first point. Okay, first point, last point. How many pair are in contact? 2 pair are in contact. It means at this point of time, the transmission load or the load to be transmitted from the pinion to the gear is being shared by 2 teeth. Okay, so number of teeth in contact at a given point of time or at any time, if you check how many number of teeth are in contact. If it is 2 teeth, it means 2 are sharing. If it is 3 teeth, it means 3 are sharing. 3 teeth are sharing. It means more the contact ratio, more the load is being shared. Okay, more sharing is done. Fine. So now, is it a good thing? Yes, definitely it is a good thing, because if you have, for instance, if you have 100 newtons of load, fine. If you have 1 pair in contact, it means that 1 teeth has to take care of 100 newtons. If you have 2 pair in contact, it means 2 pairs each will take 50 newtons, right? Each teeth will take 50 newtons. Each pair will take 50 newtons. If there are 3 pairs, so each pair will take 33.33 plus 33.33 plus 33.33. It means on each teeth the load is being decreased. It's a good thing, right? Because if the load is decreasing, that time you will need even less strength of the teeth. Otherwise you will need more strength of the teeth, because the teeth will fail. Okay, if you have a very high load and you are only giving 1 teeth with a weak material, instead of giving 1 teeth, you can give more than 1 pair of teeth, so that even with the little bit weaker material, you will have the motion transmission possible. Okay, then how do we increase the contact ratio? How can the contact ratio be increased? That is a question. Why to increase contact ratio? If contact ratio is more, automatically the load is being shared. More sharing. Okay, more sharing means less load is there on individual teeth. Fine. So how to increase contact ratio? So what is contact ratio? Yes. So now to increase the contact ratio in these two terms, so which term should we increase? If we increase PB, contact ratio will decrease, denominator increase, numerator will, sorry, contact ratio will decrease. So I have to increase length of path of contact. So increase length of path of contact. Fine. If you have more length of path of contact, automatically you'll have more contact ratio. Now the question is, how much can I increase the path of contact? How much can the path of contact be increased? So for that, we are going to draw the the circle of gear and the circle of pinion. Okay, so this is gear and this is pinion. Fine. So now what we are going to do is we are going to check by increasing the length of contact. Fine. So what is length of contact? Before this, I'll just do few things which we have to do. We usually, what do? We draw the tangent. Yes, first things first, and then we draw the line joining the centers. This is the line joining the centers. Wherever they are in contact, that is the pitch point. I told you many times that this point is the pitch point. Fine, that point is your pitch point. Now, what is length of contact? Length of path of contact is under root of RA square minus RB square minus R sine psi minus of, this is for gear, this is for gear, and then the next part will be for pinion. Same, repeat the previous here, repeat this. Okay, you'll get the same thing. Fine. Now, how the problem comes is, for a given application, how should I increase the length of contact? That will be the question. For a given application, what is the meaning of for a given application? I will write down. Application means the designers, how they ask you is center to center distance should not vary. That will be the condition, because these gears have to be fixed somewhere, right? These gears which you design have to be fixed somewhere in some frame or in some mechanism. So the center to center distance will be fixed. So center to center distance, centers are fixed. And what else is fixed for a given application? Velocity ratio also is fixed. Okay, velocity ratio and center to center distance will be fixed. Angular velocity ratio and center to center distance will be always fixed. Remember that. It means N2 by N3 or N pinion by N gear. N pinion by N gear is fixed. Okay, speeds are fixed, center to center fixed. If those two are fixed, what are fixed in this? See, for speeds to be fixed, first thing you need to know is we need to fix the pitch circles. The meaning is, if you want to fix the speeds, pitch circle is fixed. That is the meaning. It means pitch circle cannot be changed. See, this is the pitch circle. The pitch circle diameter should not be changed. That is the meaning. Okay, it means this green circle, and we'll have another circle. These two pitch circle radius cannot change. Why can't they change? Because see, because this is, if you need to find omega, it is equal to V by R, right? Omega is V by R, or V is equal to R omega. V is the same at this particular point, right? V is same at that particular point. It is called pitch line velocity. V at this point is called pitch line velocity. Fine. So what is V? You take any one of this, V by R. So what is this pitch line velocity by what is R? R is this pitch radius of pinion. This is pitch radius of gear from top to point P. So what we get is RP. Fine, RP or R. Anything. If you are kind of finding for our pinion, it is this. See, this is omega pinion, and then find out for omega gear is equal to, it will be V same by RG. So now you already have the ratio. Omega P by omega G is equal to V gets cancelled. It becomes RG by RP. So what should be constant? This should be constant, that this ratio will be constant for us. Fine. And the velocities won't change. And when center to center distance also is fixed. Fine. Center to center distance also is fixed. What is the meaning of center to center distance? It is Rg plus Rp. Center to center means what? This is Rg. This is Rp. So this distance is fixed. Rg plus Rg is fixed. Fine. So these are the two conditions in practice you will have. So if you are fixing those both, what is going to be fixed here is I can, and we are also fixing, suppose we are assuming that psi also is fixed. Assume that psi is also fixed. Okay, we are checking by fixing the psi value. Psi means pressure angle. It means you will have that you cannot change this value. To increase the LC, I'm talking about increasing the LC. If you want to increase the LC, I'm already, see, conditions also are given. Conditions are given that psi is fixed. Is R fixed? Yes, R is the pitch circle radius, right? This is also fixed. Fixed. Fine. So whatever is fixed here, in that case, over the RHS also, those things will be fixed, right? Now, and what is fixed? What is RB? RB is R cos psi. In this, R is fixed and cos psi also fixed. So these both are also are fixed. You cannot make any change. If you want, even if you want to increase this, you cannot make any changes. That's what I'm trying to inform you people. Got it? So now, what else is there? I have RA. Addendum radius means what? Addendum radius means pitch circle. See, addendum radius of gear will be something like this. See, this is addendum radius of gear, right? Here the point of contact starts. So addendum radius of gear is what? First, this, what is this? This is, I can say, see, this, what is this? Pitch radius plus this, what is this? Addendum. Addendum, right? Already in nomic nature, I have discussed these parts. They are on YouTube also. These things are there on YouTube, which I discussed, where it is addendum plus R. But R is constant, right? R is also constant or fixed. Constant or fixed. So now what can I change to increase? So to increase length of path of contact. Sorry, spelling mistake. CREASC. Yeah, to increase length of path of contact. I can just write down this way, right? So to increase length of path of contact, I have to increase addendum only. Remaining things I can't increase. All are fixed. It means this circle, addendum circle radius should be increased. R is constant. R is only till here. R cannot change. R is only till here. R cannot change because we have fixed the velocity ratio. If R changes, velocity ratio also will change. Fine. If R changes, velocity ratio will change. Fine. Or I can say velocity, pitch line velocity will change. First thing, ratio you can keep constant anyways. Ratio can be kept constant, but this pitch line velocity will change. I don't want the pitch line velocity to change. Fine. So that's why R should not change. Only addendum can change. Now the question is, how much can I increase the addendum? The question is what? How much can I increase the addendum to maintain the proper law of gearing, to satisfy law of gearing? See, can I increase the addendum to this range? This is the addendum circle radius, right? Can I increase the addendum to this range? Yes. Yes. Still it will satisfy the law of gearing. Okay, this is the teeth over here in meshing, right? So this is pinion teeth, this is the gear teeth. And here if you draw a common normal, automatically they are lying on the same line and the intersection is also done at P itself. So there is no issue with that point, right? So now if I'm going to increase it further, okay, if this addendum circle radius is increased further, let's say that I have increased it up to this point over here. Is there a problem? Yes, some of you must be seeing the problem that this is the base circle over here, which you are looking at. So this base circle is being touched by the addendum of gear, right? Yes, base circle from red. So if you see addendum radius of gear, addendum radius of gear is touching the base circle of pinion. Can you see that? Yes. So is this a problem? I would say that still it is not a problem because path is increased. See, the path will start here and the path has increased by this much. And even on the other side also, we will do the same thing. Okay, here also see on the other side, you will have initially, for example, this is your pinion addendum. So you can increase the pinion addendum even till here, no problem. Okay, so path also increased. See, this much increased here, this much increased here. So we will add this also. So if the path of contact increases, what will happen? Automatically, you can see that the contact ratio will increase. If the contact ratio is increasing, it means more number of teeth are sharing the same load. It means there is not much load, right? There is not much load on individual teeth. So you can see that, yes, the pinion. So now, sir, then if the base circle is touching the pinion, the addendum, if the addendum radius of gear is touching the base circle of pinion, it is a problem, right? So what we are going to do is to reduce that problem, we are going to decrease the base circle of pinion itself, right? Can we decrease it? Yes, we can decrease it. We are going to decrease the base circle of this pinion itself. See how I decrease the thing? Yes. Now this is the base circle of pinion. Sorry, this is the smaller circle. We are not decreasing the base circle. Base circle is still the red circle itself, but we are making another circle and we are digging inside. We are digging inside the gear. Okay, let me show you. So what I'm going to do over here is I am going to see, this is the teeth, right? I am going to dig inside and then we are going to connect it straight like this. Okay, still the involute is generated only from the base circle. This is the base circle, imaginary base circle. Still the involute is being generated, but we have removed the material here. Okay, similarly, even see if this is the gear, here also down will remove the metal. This all empty, everything will be empty. Okay, I think you have seen two circles, right? One is base circle and one is dedendum circle. So this is the dedendum circle now. Okay, here the base circle and dedendum circle are not equals. Why have we did this digging inside the pinion base circle? We have done this digging because we wish to accommodate this teeth of the gear to be going still inside till here. Okay, teeth of the gear still going inside till here, so that the length of path of contact is increased. Okay, the length of path of contact is increased. Sir, is there no problem? Right now there is no problem because contact is still happening along the same line. There is no problem. But the problem comes when you are going to dig further. Where? Just see, I'll show you. The problem comes here. So this is the base circle of gear, let's say, and then we have base circle of pinion, and then we have line joining the centers. Yes, this is the line joining the centers. And then you have the common normal at the point of contact. This is the common normal at the point of contact, and the normal is for the teeth, and the same line is tangent to the base circles also. Fine. And then we have pitch point here, which is P. So now what's happening is I'm going to further increase the addendum radius of the gear. This is gear, this is pinion. Okay. So this is, see, whatever I'm discussing for gear, it's equally applicable for even pinion also. Whatever I'm discussing for gear is equally applicable for pinion also, but we are only discussing for one case. Equally will apply on that side also. Fine. So now if I'm going to increase the radius of gear, so what's going to happen? Just see. Further I have gone inside. Further we have gone inside. Carefully follow. We are going to derive now. See, I have gone under it, under the tangent line. Fine. Don't worry about the center. I'll create a very strong material so that here you won't have any problem, and this dedendum circle itself will balance everything. That we can do. But is it possible or not? Just now we'll check it out. Okay. So still the involute is being generated from here itself. See, involute is being generated from this circle itself. See, you think that this here involute has generated. Here also involute has generated. Fine. Involute has generated. Done. We have generated the involute. And now, where is the addendum teeth going to touch? Just let's check it out. See, I can see that the addendum tooth is like this. Yes, I hope you all can see this is the addendum teeth. Right. But now what is happening is the point of contact is changing. You can see that over here. See, it is contacting the non-involute region. See, under this, it is non-involute region. Earlier case, and the contact was not at the non-involute region. It was at the involute region itself, even though we have increased till here. Fine. Because see, common normal here and common normal here. Done. But here, if you check, I am going to show you. See here, of course, there is contact along the common normal, but the contact is even happening at some other place over here. Fine, over here in this spot, in this portion. So when the contact happens, there is another common normal we have to draw, right? Right. See, even if you put, see, usually if you put a line, fine, above the tangent point, above the tangent means here, above the tangent, it's okay to increase the addendum radius. But if you are increasing below the tangent, what is going to happen? See, below the tangent, see, this is the tangent line, you can see, and below the tangent, so here the contact is happening. It means here you will have a common normal, right? And this is the new point. What is according to law of Gehring? According to law of Gehring, P should be a fixed point. According to law of Gehring, P should be a fixed point. But here, P is not a fixed point. P is changing, right? So that's why we cannot go and dig under the tangent point. Okay, so this won't satisfy the law of Gehring. Fine, if you are going to dig, so if we go below, let me name it O, and let us name this tangent point up to tangent. Okay, let's name it O, and up to the tangent point, up to the tangent. Where is the tangent? Yes, yeah, this is the tangent, right? Up to the tangent point, let's name it Q. So if we go below OQ, so here tangent point is Q. Let me show it with the red. Q, which is the tangent. Then law of Gehring will not be satisfied. Okay, so now we will find out an equation up to which point can we increase the addendum. Okay, up to which point can we increase the addendum? For that, we are going to write an equation. Fine. So any doubts still here? Students, any doubts still here? You can put it on comments if you have any doubts, and then we will continue in the next video. Kindly make a correction that, see, this is the length of path of contact actually is Gehr. This length of the Gehr, which is called path of approach. You are using Gehr credentials, right? Gehr values here. It is called path of approach, and you have to add it, not subtract. I have written subtract. This is called path of recess. Recess means it is a leaving. It is leaving. Okay, path of recess. Path of approach. It is approaching to that point. So it is the summation of path of approach and path of recess. Fine. And here, if you have a doubt that are we going to just increase it for the Gehr? Is the addendum only increased for the Gehr? Addendum is increased for the Gehr as well as pinion. Okay, here also you have the same formula, right? But the only change is the psi is also same. R will change because R is the pitch circle, right? Pitch circle radius, which is different for Gehr as well as pinion. Only that value will change. But in the end, you are adding the addendums, right? See, this addendum, this addendum. So we are increasing the length of contact. Our goal is to increase the length of contact. So why would we just increase the radius over here? See, if you have a chance to divide among a few parts, few gears, few teeth, if you have a chance to divide the load among few teeth, suppose you by increasing the only the addendum of Gehr, you are getting this much extra. For example, you are getting this much extra. By increasing, you are getting this much extra. By increasing the pinion also, addendum of pinion also, you are getting this much extra. Would you not increase this? Why would you leave it alone? Are you understanding? Why would you leave this chance? Because if you don't increase this, you will get only this much length. So if you are getting only this much length, so this much length will give you what? little bit less number of teeth in contact at a time, CR. But if you increase this, so this also will be added into CR, thus increasing our productivity. So as an engineer, what would you like? You would like productivity, like, right? So of course you will be adding them. Fine. So that doubt many people must be getting, that are we going to add it or not? We are going to add even in addendum as well as in addendum of gear as well as addendum of pinion. Okay, but we will derive in the next video just for gear. Automatically you'll get for pinion also. I'll just show it in the next video. Fine.